Man United versus Arsenal, the Premier League season opener for both teams. Here is what I expect to happen. Welcome back to my channels, guys. It's your boy Tosin here. So let's get into this. What do I expect to happen when Arsenal go to Old Trafford to play Manchester United? Well, first thing is I expect Arsenal to win. Some may say this is biased. Yeah, of course you'd say that. To be fair, I mean, yeah, I should. And if I'm a United fan, if I was a United fan, I'd probably be saying something different. You should always back your team, no matter what. Now, at the same time, don't be delusional about backing your team. But I'm about to explain to you why I do not think this is delusional. Number one, Arsenal are a better team than United. I mean, hate to break it to United fans, but we're a better team. Yep, great. You bought Sesko. You bought our number one target, because he was, let's be honest. Even though a lot of Arsenal fans are actually happier for us getting Gyökeres, I'm grateful we got the guy that the striker we bought is the guy the fans wanted. So let's see who was right, the fans or the manager on this one. Great. You bought our number one striker target. You paid what we weren't going to pay for Sesko. Good on you. You bought Cunha. That's a great signing for them, actually. You bought Mbeumo. Great signing. So you've added to your team what was lacking last season, especially offensively. Man United scored a paltry number of goals last season. Well, super goal shy. You've added Cunha, who scored goals. You added Mbeumo, who scored 20 Premier League goals. But not just that, you've added technical quality, which the team was lacking, right? So, loads of technical quality in that front three. So, United aren't going to be easy. I expect Arsenal to win. I expect it to be a hard-fought win. But I think, and by the way, this is no stain on United. From what I've seen of United this season, look, I expect United to have a good season. Or definitely a much better season than last season. I expect them to do that. That being said, I think this game against us, it comes too soon for a United team that are improving, growing, learning. I expect United this season to be like how Arsenal were in the 21-22 season. And I remember that season very well. When the season started, we lost to Brentford. We lost to Brentford 2-0. We had a tough start to that season. We had Brentford away. I think we had City away. We had tough games. We started off, it was tough. We lost back to back to back. I think we lost. We had Brentford away, Chelsea at home, Chelsea who had won the Champions League under Thomas Tuchel, and then we played Man City away, the champions, right? We lost 2-0 to Chelsea at home, lost 2-0 to Brentford away, and lost 5-0 to Man City away, right? But what was interesting is that you could see in that team that this was not the banter team of old, that this was clearly a team developing in its ideas. It was a team growing. And our performances started to show that, because I think after that, we didn't lose a game we went on a quite long unbeaten run that season. Yeah, ultimately we did end up finishing 5th because we got loads of injuries and our team just didn't have the squad depth, the quality to be able to see. And that was the season we sold Aubameyang. We got rid of him midway through the season, right? We got rid of him and the team still did that. So why am I making that point? I believe this is where Man United are going to be at this season. A team that's going to improve, but is ultimately going to fall short of their aims, right? So I think the game comes too soon for this United team. You can see already what Amorim wants to do. He's going to play 3 at the back. I'll tell you that for free. He's going to play 3 at the back, his 4 in midfield with his double pivot in midfield, his wing backs, and he's going to play that front 3. But I'm curious to see if he and I'll talk about lineups later. But I think this game is too soon for a United team. They look fitter than they were last season. Their players are going to have more of an idea of what the coach wants. That new front 3 poses a problem, and it will pose a problem. But the question is, what good is that front 3 if they don't have the ball? If you can't get the ball to them, and this is where I think Arsenal this is where I think we will have the advantage. I think that our midfield three is a lot more settled. I think a double pivot, obviously, because Bruno, from what United have been doing in pre-season, it looks like they're going to play Bruno and Casemiro as the double pivot. But maybe, depending on Šeško's fitness, let's see. If he's not fit, maybe it will be Mbeumo playing as the main striker or Cunha playing as the main striker with Bruno and or Mbeumo as the attacking players, the inside forwards behind the main striker. Let's see. But I would be surprised if Šeško, Cunha and Mbeumo don't all play together, right? But even that's a dynamic that still needs to grow, that still needs to work, right? That's why I think the game comes too soon for them. Whereas with us, you look at us in pre-season, Zubimendi already looks like he belongs here. But Basque manager, Spanish teammates, also Basque as well. You played with Ødegaard at Sociedad. You played with Merino at Sociedad. Him and Declan are already having really, really nice, fluid exchange of position in midfield. It's almost kind of like Zubimendi coming in kind of helps Declan Rice play to the best of his ability in the way he did with a Jorginho. It's like we've gotten like a younger, a more mobile, a better tackling version of Jorginho in his prime, right? So I think our midfield gives us a very, very strong advantage over United because I can just see us just pressing them to death. I can see us getting that ball, counter-pressing on a madness, and making Casemiro work, making Bruno Fernandes work, exploiting the space that we're going to get in midfield with the extra numbers, right? Also as well, the Saka, White, and Ødegaard, that link up is back. Having someone on Timber does it, but no one does it. No one does that role as well as White, right? So I expect him to start. I think that will be our starting. Even though I do think Jurrien Timber is a better player than Ben White. I think he's a better right back. I think Jurrien Timber is the long-term option. But that being said, I think what White brings in terms of that link up, that understanding, that those triangles, him, Bukayo Saka, and Ødegaard can play. It's when they do it, you know what they're going to do, but it's kind of unstoppable when they do it, and they do it well. And he looks fit. He looks good in pre-season. So let's see. Especially, that's going to be key on that right-hand side when Saka's going to be up against Dorgu, who looks a decent player, but I fully expect Saka to have him on toast. And also as well, who we play on the left is going to be key. This is going to be, who we play on the left is also going to be another key factor. Not the main, but one of the key factors. And it brings me on to the next thing I want to discuss, which is starting lineups. I'm talking purely from an Arsenal point of view here, right? I think that back four is obvious. I think White will play for the reasons I just mentioned, even though I do think Timber... Yeah, I think if Timber can start working on his, because it looks like that's one of our main attacking weapons. So the only way I can see someone like Jurrien Timber forcing his way into the team is if he's able to replicate that. Because he's such a good player, such an able defender. He's a phenomenal player on the ball. And positionally as well, he's tackling. He's such a good player. So I'm interested to see that battle but it's good. That healthy competition is good. I expect White to start. I expect Saliba to start. And even though Kiwior's played games in Gabby's absence, I do expect Big Gabby to start. I'll be surprised if he doesn't. And left back, this one is one of contention for me. But I'm starting Calafiori. Look no further than the Athletic game as to why I'm starting him. It's not a coincidence. I always say this about Calafiori. So many fans talk down on him. My man, he's a decent defender, but he's not been bought just to be a decent defender. I'm telling you, this guy is one of the keys to, as they like to talk about, unlocking that left-hand side. It's not a coincidence. When he was fit last season, and when he was fit and playing consistently, that left-hand side didn't look as bad as it is. When he was fit, because you know what Calafiori does. My man, when he gets the ball, the positions he takes up, he comes inside, but he also overlaps. He does that. Whereas with Lewis Skelly, great player, great prospect. But when he plays, he's always coming inside. And when he plays, it's about the patient build-up, moving the ball, progressing it. When Calafiori comes, it's chaos. It's, I'm going to get the ball, and I'm going to take up another position. I expect you to give it back to me. I'm going to pop it off, one-time pass, and I'm going to run. Why is that key? Because when he plays, it gives Martinelli the opportunity to get closer to the box. Why is this important? Let's be honest. Arsenal fans get out of the Lulu land. Martinelli is Arteta's guy. Arteta is going to keep playing him. He's going to start him to death because he loves what Martinelli does off the ball, tracking back. He's willing to sacrifice an attacking flair player in that left-wing position for Martinelli, who is not a touchline winger. And if I'm Arteta, I don't know why no one's told him this. Bro, if you want to play Martinelli there, that's fine. But if you want to play Martinelli, play him closer to the box. I don't want Martinelli on a touchline. I just want him close to the box, making runs in behind, beating his man for pace, and being there to finish off the move. Because the guy, he can finish. He can score goals. That season when he scored 15, it's not a fluke. When he gets into the box, he can do damage. But the problem is he's always forced wide. He's always this. It's like, that's why I think Calafiori is going to play. Calafiori is going to play purely because I think Martinelli plays. And I think just in general, I think, look, Arsenal just work better. That left-hand side, all it needs is width. It needs width. It needs an overlapper. So if you're going to play a guy like Lewis Skelly, and I think Arteta needs to get smart and actually use this as a weapon so we can have different facets to our game to suit game states, right? So if Lewis Skelly, if you want to start Lewis Skelly, play Madueke, play Noni. Noni's a guy who play if MLS is going to come inside and not be as direct or chaotic as in his build-up as Calafiori, that's fine. Just play Madueke then to give someone the width. Or if you're going to play Martinelli, keep him inside and keep Ricky outside. It's very, very simple, right? That midfield three is obvious. I don't need to go through it. It picks itself. Zubi's going to start. Deckers is going to start. And Ødegaard, he's the captain. He's going to start. Saka's going to start as well. We know that. Martinelli, he's going to start. He's going to start. And now, who's going to start? Gyökeres or Havertz? In my previous video, when did I do it? The video where I spoke about not worrying, not panicking about the Villarreal loss. Let's see what our starting lineup does. Shock horror, the starting lineup wins and wins convincingly. And all of a sudden people are telling you, oh, wow, we tweaked it. We were direct. We were this. We were that. No, our starting lineup just played. That was it. Our starting lineup is good. So, but that being said, Havertz has looked sharp. But I think Gyökeres is going to start. You got to start him, man. You've got to start him. Purely for what he offers as well. And, bro, potentially this could help Martinelli because a couple of times Gyökeres, he likes to go into those left channels a bit and take on his man. Marseille can go inside the box, do his thing. So let's see. Let's see. I think Gyökeres starts. And I think that's key. That Gyökeres Martinelli, that's going to be key because, look, you're playing against, if you look on that right-hand side, so how do United shape up? They're probably going to start, what's his name? De Ligt as the central centre-back with their three at the back. De Ligt as the central centre-back. What they've done in pre-season, I believe they played Luke Shaw left centre-back, who he's actually decent as a left centre-back. But I think that our right-hand side can do dirt with left centre-back of Luke Shaw and a left wing-back of Patrick Dorgu. But also on the other side, Ahmad is probably going to be the starting wing-back. I think that I can't really see him taking Mbeumo, even though I think he's actually a good inside forward. I can't really see Ahmad ousting Mbeumo for that inside right forward role. So he's probably going to play wing-back with Dalot as the backup. Why the Martinelli and Gyökeres link-up is going to be key is because Ahmad is not a natural wing-back. For me, I see him as a winger. So I think that role, there's so much... I'm sorry, not Gyökeres and Martin. I think Calafiori. There's so much opportunity to exploit that, right? It's not to say that our squad doesn't have weaknesses as well. Set pieces as well. United can get us there as well because you've got Euro, you've got De Ligt, you've got Casemiro. We haven't really looked as great defending set pieces, so you could, funny enough, so you can get us there. But yeah, I think we got to take advantage of that. So I really hope Arteta starts with this team. I'm curious to see what he does. Knowing him, he's probably going to start with Miles Lewis-Skelly and Martinelli, and you're going to see some decent play, but you're going to see a lot of truncated. By truncated, I mean just highly congested, lack of space, no room to breathe type of build-up in the middle, especially on that left-hand side, and then clunky, recycle it, go back to keeper. Let's hope that's not the case. But yeah, that being said, I still expect Arsenal to win at Old Trafford. So thanks for listening, guys. All the best. Come on, you Gunners.